All right, guys, sit back, buckle up. I bought some of the absolute cheapest Amazon EDC items I could possibly find to see if they're worth anything. I'm going to be comparing and contrasting these items to some other high value and budget items that I know and like, and these really fall in three categories of why I purchased them. One, it was the absolute cheapest I could find in a certain category on Amazon. Two, it actually looked pretty good for the money. And three, a ton of people are buying them. In one case, almost 10,000 people per month are buying this item. And I just want to see why. And I want to see if it's just not worth it. Let's dig right in, starting with the smaller box and working our way to the bigger box. And at the end, we'll actually put them into three categories: complete trash, decent for the money, or a budget Amazon gold gem. Let's dig right in, and we're going to pull some of this stuff out and look at it together. So I purposefully did not open anything up. I wanted to do it on camera because I thought it would be really, really fun to dig through here and see. I'm going to try to start with some of the pocket knives first, then maybe go to the multi-tools, then some of the flashlights. So guys, I got a little of everything. This will be an absolute blast. So let's sort some of this stuff out. Yep, those look like flashlights. That one looks like a multi-tool. Flashlights over here, flashlights over here, and now we've got some pocket knives. Now this one, I know what it is, know what that one is. I think I know what that one is. Let's start off with some of these cheaper ones. We'll unbox them and try them out together. And I'm going to give you my honest opinion because a lot of guys are buying these items and they're spending a lot of money. I want to make sure you guys are getting the best value for money, especially in this high value and budget category. So right off the bat, the first three we're going to be looking at are these three pocket knives right here. And all of these are going to be $5 Amazon pocket knives. Now, some of them look like they might have the potential to be decent for $5. The first one we're going to look at is this guy right here. This one's called, from the Vin Funko store, EDC folding pocket knife for men, small keychain knife with clips, stainless steel key box cutter knife for women, compact pocket knives, outdoor gifts for dad. Pretty interesting description. Tip down carry. Appears to be a mystery steel. This is a slip joint knife. Not loving the pocket clip. Not loving the deployment. Not loving the fact that it's slip joint. Fairly sharp. But for $5, I don't know. I think I'm going to put this in the trash, or I guess it is what it is for a $5 pile, but we'll sort the rest of them out at the end. Now, the next knife I want to talk about is another $5 knife. And it's this guy right here from the Bilrari store. This one actually has 4.4 stars on Amazon at $4.97. Okay, so it's, I don't think it's assisted, potentially assisted opening. It says it has a glass breaker here, but I'm not seeing the glass breaker anywhere on the knife itself. It appears to be a liner lock design. Again, tip down carry and mystery steel on this guy. Don't love the deployment. Don't love the flipper action. I guess it's assisted opening, but it's not very good. It doesn't ride on ball bearings. It doesn't feel smooth or anything like that. I just not loving this guy for $5. I think it's worth spending a little bit more money and grabbing something else, and I'm going to say that for this. So we're going to move those into the trash pile. Stay away from these guys. Now, I will be linking them in the description below because these two items, when I purchased them, are some of the cheapest ones. $400 a month people buy this thing. 400 people a month buy this knife. 500 people a month buy this knife. And I think if they would just save up a little bit more money and take a look at some other options, I think it'd be worth it. Now, the next one really intrigued me. $4.89. Not a ton of people buy this knife and not a ton of reviews, but this one actually has G10 handles, tip down carry design. The deployment is about the same as the others, but it does have thumb studs, and it locks up a lot better on that liner lock. Really no blade play on these guys right here. We have, oh my goodness, it's not even safe the amount of blade play there. Yeah, garbage on that. And Yeah, blade play on this guy right here, not the world's worst. But this one, no blade play, mystery steel again, but G10 handles. So actually, I don't know, not that bad for $5. I'd say it's actually worth it, which blows my mind because both of these got much better reviews than this. And it really does go to show you how Amazon's algorithm works, whether you're paying for sponsorship spots, whether it's just been around on Amazon for a while, getting halfway decent reviews. But this right here, again, not the greatest knife in the world, but for $5, not bad for $5. Do I think it's worth spending an extra $6 or $7 or even an extra $15 for to grab like a really nice folder? Yeah, I think so. But for $5, this one's going to be top of the food chain on those $5 knives. Now, next, I think it's this guy right here. This one is what really blew my mind. This one is 6,000 people per month buy this pocket knife. So it's got a little pry bar at the end, a little seatbelt cutter, and the knife itself. It doesn't feel assisted opening. The action is very stout, partially serrated blade. Let's try to focus in on that for you guys. On here, we do have marked steel. It's 440C steel, tip down carry. Really sharp out of the box. But I don't love it for $10. I do not love it at all. There's been some knives like the Reet folders and some of the Flissas that go down to $10 or $12. G10, D2 steel, riding on ball bearings. It's a different world. This is definitely a gas station knife. The little bit of blade play, the deployment's okay. I mean, will it cut something? Yes. Would I choose this? Would I choose to spend $10 on this knife? I don't understand how this is the #1 bestseller in folding hunting knives on Amazon. I mean, 6,000 people bought this knife. 4,000 reviews at 4.5 stars. I feel like if these people could discover the world of pocket knives and really dig into this channel, that would be good. That's also a reason to do this video. I'm going to tag a lot of these in the description. If you guys could leave a comment, like Amazon finds or Amazon deals or budget Amazon, the cheapest stuff like that would be greatly appreciated to get this out to the masses so these guys don't have to settle. So you guys don't have to settle for purchasing something on Amazon that looks good on paper, but in reality is not that great. The next one is this Smith knife right here. 10,000 people. That is unfathomable to me. 10,000 people bought this knife last month. Now, this is 55% off right now, and this is the #1 bestseller in tactical knives. Now, this Smith actually has pretty rock-solid lockup, fairly sharp out of the box, partially serrated, and it's in the same spirit as this knife right here in the sense of I've got the flipper and the thumb studs, and the deployment is very similar, but the build quality on the Smith is leaps and bounds above this guy. Now, for me, these generally sell for $25. Nowhere near worth $25. I mean, we've got flippers in the collection, even from my own knife lineup, that we're doing for $19.99. G10 handles, reversible tip-up pocket carry, coated D2 steel, riding on ball pairings, great blade centering, solid lockup. And this guy right here with $25 is nowhere near worth it. But the reason why I bought it is because it's on sale for 55% off at $11.15. I would recommend some of the Reet folders and the Flissas that occasionally will drop to that price. Now, those right now are up to like 15 or 16 bucks, but on this channel, I do deal alert videos to let you guys know. I'm going to say it's not the world's worst. It's worth the 11 bucks. Are there better options on sale sometimes that I feature on this channel? Yes. But if you grabbed it for 11 bucks, you're not going to be disappointed. So I'm going to consider these trash and these considered worth it. Now, this one right here was a very interesting little guy that I purchased. It's called a small pocket knife gift for men keychain box cutter 1.34-inch blade. So it's a little carabiner right here. This comes in at $9.99. 5,000 people bought this off of Amazon. I don't know. It appears to be, again, either 440 or mystery steel. ABS handle, so we're not doing any nylon reinforced stuff right here. Like 10, 11 color variations. Now, this is $9.99, but you can redeem a 20% off code, which drops it down to $8. Now, it does have this little deployment right here that Sort of locks up, sort of sharp. I guess you can get your little jimping right here. Maybe hold it like that. I don't know. I really don't. I feel like there's much better keychain or carabiner options, and I've reviewed them on the channel, so I'm kind of going this to meh, okay, or trash, kind of like in between. And there is the knife lineup right there. So we are moving along now to some of the multi-tool items. So let's dig these guys out, the multi-tool items. We're going to put the knives to the side and we'll pile them up later, and we'll kind of do some winners at the end. I mean, I appreciate you guys taking a look at all this stuff. So we're going to start off with the 11-in-1 credit card multi-tool for men. They always put for men in there, I guess, for search results. We'll take it out, and it's actually a 10-pack of these. They give you this, and I've actually featured these in some of my Altoid survival tins. These are actually fairly decent quality. They've got a little can opener, which can be convenient, a little pop top or bottle opener right here, a wrench set, a saw. For me, $7.49 right now for a 10-pack on sale or free prime shipping. This is actually budget gold. I think if you have a specific need for like a card multi-tool, this is the one that's been around for 10 years now. They're everywhere. There is no way you could find these on Amazon for under $3 a tool. Even just a few years ago, the only place to look for them were like AliExpress. Now they're available for a 10-pack for $7.49, making them 75 cents a piece. This is kind of a no-brainer to include in some type of Altoid survival tin, mini EDC tin, things like that. So I'm actually putting those pretty high up on the list of budget bangers right there. Now, this is cool. This one I actually purchased because it was a $10 multi-tool pry bar, one of the cheapest pry bars I've seen. I'm trying to look over the camera here to open this guy up. So I actually think this might be good, but I will give you guys my full opinion. Key Unity, I've heard of the brands before. And this little guy right here for 10 bucks looks interesting. So you've got your pry bar. You've got your can or bottle opener right there. You've got a little kind of file, a little clip right here. For me, this is mainly a pry bar. And let's see, this guy pops out. And it looks like it fits right here. So you can kind of use that, okay, as a little bit holder. Now, this little bit holder looks like it locks into place. Yeah, it kind of sort of locks into place right there. You can pop that out, and then you can snap it back in with this spring tension on this bar. It looks like it might be directional, but anyways, that little spring tension seems to hold it in pretty well. So if you do have like a T6 bit or a T8 bit that you normally use to use for your knives, you could put it in there, a flat head or a Phillips head. This little pry bar is pretty cool for 10 bucks. Again, one of those like micro EDC tools. I'm going to say it's worth the money. I'm not going to say it's like the craziest deal ever I found on Amazon, but I think it's definitely worth the money. Let's take a look at this next guy right here. This one was the cheapest plier style multi-tool, and it also had 1,000 people buying it a month. This is like that generic multi-tool you'll find in like Christmas time on the shelves of Lowe's and Walmart. They generally go, I've seen them, something similar to this, go anywhere from $10 to $20. And yeah, the quality feels like a $10 multi-tool. But once you get it open, spring-loaded set of pliers, the snips or wire cutters are built in. They're not removable. Looks like you've got some tools with a lockback. You've got a file. You've got a can opener, a bottle opener, a little spike right there. Let's take a look. Yeah. So all of these tools, and it appears that they actually, lock into place, although the lock is flimsy at best. Yeah, the lock is not great. It barely locks into place. That's almost scary. You've got more tools on this side, a saw and a few other things. I'm not going to go into much detail. The blade is, nah. Is it worth 10 bucks? Barely. Again, this falls into the category of, yeah, I'm sure it's worth 10 bucks. I don't want to knock the tool for 10 bucks, but I've reviewed multi-tools on the channel that are $23. And I think if somebody can afford a $10 multi-tool, you can step up to go to the $23 multi-tool and get something that's really usable. I'm not saying you have to go to a Leatherman. I'm saying this is okay for 10 bucks. But honestly, if you're going to throw this in your car or something like that, I'd be afraid you're going to hurt yourself with that lock being so weak. It might collapse on your hand and do more harm than good. So that multi-tool is kind of going into the in-between pile. And let's look at the flashlights, because I'm thinking there's some hidden gold in here. Now, this is actually the Coast IP54 waterproof rated. It's a really nice size flashlight right here. The most recent time that I've seen this flashlight is at Walmart, but I haven't seen it available on Amazon. Now, this just popped up on Amazon for me anyway. It's an Amazon choice. 200 people bought it this last month. 100 lumen bullseye spotlight. A pretty decent spot on this light. Love this little guy right here. One AAA is included, and then you get the lifetime Coast warranty. This is generally 15 bucks. On sale for 39% off at $9.16. Gold. I'm calling this gold. It's going up with the keyring cards on this cheapest Amazon finds list. So that is pretty good right there. The next items that I purchased, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys, are gold. This little mini flashlight set right here, I'm actually pretty pumped about. Now, this says it comes with 2 of these guys. And these little mini clip flashlights, a set of these is 10 bucks. 10 bucks for this guy. So $5 per flashlight. It appears the clip is removable if you wanted to pop that off, yep, and use it as a keychain. USB-C rechargeable. You turn it on, you've got the battery indicator right there. It goes through the modes. Then you've got the side illuminated mode right here. That is pretty darn cool. Let's see if it has a magnetic base. I believe it does. Yes, it's got a magnetic base, so you can use it as a work light. Yep, it just cycles through the modes. I mean, there's no fancy user interface with this. That's awesome. That's actually really awesome for a $5 flashlight. That is pretty darn cool. As the kids say, this thing is bussin'. So I'm actually going to put that in Amazon Budget Find Gold category. Now, the next deal that I want to discuss is this Every Ready LED flashlight 4-pack. 10,000 people bought these. 10,000 people bought these. They say that it comes with the batteries. I didn't see them fall out. You might be hollering in the background. Okay, looks like it's got a little protector right there. We will knock that protector off. Forgive me. Throw these guys back in here. Runs off of AA. So these come out to be $2.50 a piece. These are generally $14 for the pack. 33% off at $9.42. And it seems like a lot of people are buying these, especially like boomer styles. Boomers are buying these for like their junk drawer flashlights. I was expecting them to be pure garbage, but 10,000 people bought these. 4.2 star rating with 7,000 reviews. Guys, it's on, it's off. The batteries are included. Actually, it's not that bad, dare I say it. Like for $2.50, there are so many lights at the Dollar Tree that you would pick up that are $1.25 right now. And then the pack of batteries are $1.25, making them exactly $2.50. And the quality is nowhere near as nice as this Ever Ready flashlight. The other cool thing is you can throw these in a junk drawer with the batteries already installed, with the battery protector attached, so you don't worry about them making that connection. And then in an emergency, I feel like you can kind of blindly open one of these up, pop that little guy off, thread it back on if you're in like a power outage scenario, and you're good to go. Would I rather have, now let's see if they pass the smack test. Yeah, they passed the smack test. Would I rather have a nicer flashlight? Yeah, but these ones for $2.50 a spot, I think they're going in the pile of, yeah, it's probably worth spending the money on those. Now, another one that I'm really excited about, and I've reviewed something similar in the past on the channel, but haven't grabbed this guy right here, is the WorkPro pack of flashlights. Now, I'm not sure. I think these are included with batteries are included in these guys. But these little WorkPro flashlights, let's get out one of our trusty pocket knives that we just spent all this money on so you guys don't have to, and open one of these WorkPro lights up. Take them out. They do have the stopper built in. These generally go for about 10 bucks for a 4-pack, on sale for $8.99. So again, less than $2.50 per flashlight. And I actually really like these. They run off of 2 AAA batteries. Let's try these Ever-Readies. So pretty decent spot. You're getting a little bit brighter light out of the Ever-Ready. You are also getting that cone right here that does kind of guide the beam. These little pen lights, no frills, just on and off. A lot of guys ask me for like a good on and off EDC light. That's pretty cool right there. Throw it in a junk drawer, throw it in your pocket, a 4-pack. Those aren't half bad. I really like these. I'm actually going to call these budget golds. That's a pretty good pile right there. And I believe we have one more, and it's this guy right here, which I thought was pretty cool. This one I grabbed not because it's the most craziest price I've ever seen on anything. Do we pull a tab? Oh, yep. Here we go. Read the instructions, Brian. Okay, guys. That's pretty neat right there. And look, it takes a CR1238 battery that's replaceable. If you're walking at night, you can clip this on your backpack. Maybe you're changing a car tire or something, you can clip this on your pocket. And this is a good walking light right here. Now, these generally sold for $10.46. They're on sale for the lowest price in 30 days at $4.99. That's actually really cool right there. And I think this is very usable in different emergency situations. You could slide this in your backpack. You could slide this in your molly. You can bend this around that it's not going to hurt because the light's up here and this is just a reflective piece. So pretty neat little setup for $5. I'm actually going to call that budget Amazon gold. So in summary, let's kind of summarize again. These guys right here in the multi-tool, nah, not even worth your time or effort. The flashlights, the Key Unity, that guy right there, the Smith, I'm going to say they're in the worth it pile. And then right here, this pile is, I'm going to say Amazon budget gold finds for the cheapest EDC items. The keychain little lights, the Coast lights, the WorkPro lights, and these guys right here. I'll probably do a separate video on some of these ones that I really like, but like, I don't know. There is a lot of cool stuff here. And we're just going to pile it all up because, man, did I buy some of the cheapest Amazon stuff, some of it crap, so you guys don't have to spend your money. I know this is a longer video, so comment in the description, Amazon finds, something like that. Share this with your buddies in the group chat, and thank you for all your support over the years. I greatly appreciate it. Have a good one.